Hello, my dear students. So from today onwards, we are going to start a practice session batch that is going to be completely available on YouTube. This batch, we are going to complete this batch from the ICAI study material. 100% questions of ICAI study material will be covered in this batch. Okay, so now let's start it. Let's start from the illustration number 1 that is on page number 1.39. Okay, so here is the illustration number 1. Mr. B grows sugarcane and uses the same for the purpose of manufacturing sugar in his factory. 30% of sugarcane produced is sold for rupees 10 lakh and the cost of cultivation of the sugarcane is rupees 5 lakh. Students, one more important thing. This batch is available in both the languages. That is in 100% English language and in the mixture of Hindi and English language also. So those students who want to watch this in the mixture of Hindi and English language, the link is in the description below. Okay, now let's start it. So, the cost of cultivation of the balanced sugarcane 70% is rupees 14 lakh and the market value of the same is rupees 22 lakh. So, from this part, we came to know that the question is divided into two parts. First of all, it's about the 30% sugarcane. It means agriculturist is producing the sugarcane and it has bifurcated into two parts. First is 30% and the balance is in the 70%. Okay. Come on this part. Now, after incurring rupees 1.5 lakhs in the manufacturing process on the balanced sugarcane, the sugar was sold for 25 lakhs. Compute the B's business income and the agricultural income. It means when Mr. B grows the sugarcane, 30% of the sugarcane produced is sold for rupees 10 lakh. It means Mr. B grows the sugarcane and sell it in the market for rupees 10 lakh. Okay, that is a simple logic here that he sold complete in for rupees 10 lakh. But for cultivating, for growing that sugarcane, he has incurred the expenditure of rupees 5 lakh. Now tell me one thing. Sugarcane, producing a sugarcane is an agriculturist activity or a business activity? Obviously, that is an agriculturist activity. Okay, so that will be an agricultural income. It means the total of rupees 30 lakhs. So for the 30% part, the total sale part is 10 lakh rupees minus the cost of cultivation. So the profit is 5 lakh. But this 5 lakhs shall be the agricultural income of Mr. B. Okay. That part is for the 30%. Now the balance 70%. The cost of cultivation of the balanced sugarcane is 14 lakh. It means for cultivating, for growing that sugarcane balance 70%, the Mr. B has incurred an expenditure of rupees 14 lakh. But the market value of the same is rupees 22 lakh. After incurring rupees 1.5 lakh in the manufacturing process on the balanced sugarcane, sugar was sold for rupees 25 lakh. It means what he has done, Mr. V firstly grow the sugarcane for which the cost of cultivation is rupees 14 lakhs. Now, he uses that sugarcane in his factory and from that sugarcane, he produces the sugar and sold it in the market for rupees 25 lakhs. Okay, so that is the business income part. Now, it means let's do it. This 30% part we have covered now. So now for the 70%. For the 70%, two incomes are coming. First of all, the business income that the sugar has been sold in the market. And the second is the agricultural income. Now, ma'am, how the agricultural income has come in this part? Sugarcane has been converted into the sugar, phosphor. But understand it. When the Mr. B uses the 70% sugarcane in his factory. Okay, so we are assuming that he is using the agricultural part in his factory now. So basically, an agriculturist is selling that sugarcane to a businessman, Mr. B. Okay, so it means here we are taking the agricultural income as the 70% part out. What will be the business income? Sale of sugarcane. Sale of sugar. What is the selling value? What is the sale value of the sugar? That is rupees 25 lakhs. Okay. So sale of sugar, sale value of sugar is 25 lakhs. Minus, normally we deduct the part of cost of manufacturing and all. But in the agricultural part, if we have used some agriculturist activity or if we have used some agricultural produce into the factory, we taken the cost of cultivation as the market value of that product. Okay, so the market value of sugar is we have to take not the cost of cultivation here, we have to take the market value. That is the main trick here of this question, okay? So what is the market value? The market value is the 22 lakh rupees. Deduct it. If you want to note that point, please note it somewhere that whenever this type of question is going to come in the examination, that there is a business income as well as agriculturalist income from the same part. So we have to deduct the market value of that agricultural produce. Okay, that is 22 lakh. Also, we have to deduct the additional expenditures Mr. B has taken to convert the sugarcane into the sugar. That is 1.5 lakhs. Okay, so less additional expenditure 1.5 lakhs. So now students, 25 lakhs minus 22 lakh, that is 3 lakh. 3 lakh minus 1 lakh 50,000, that is 1 lakh 50,000. So here the business income is 1 lakh 50,000. Okay, from this part we came to know that he is taking the advantage of 22 lakh by deducting it from his income. Now, so it means in the agricultural income, he has to consider the cost of cultivation as the market value of sugar only. Okay, so here market value of sugar less the student. In actual, there is not any kind of sale here that the sugar cane is selling to the person. But we have to assume in our mind that the sugar cane is sold to the factory at the market value of that sugar cane. Okay, that is a 22 lakh. So here we are taking at market value of sugar cane, 22 lakhs. Okay, less how much expenditure he have done it for taking that income. That is the cost of cultivation, 14 lakh rupees. To grow that sugar cane, he has incurred an expenditure of 14 lakh for its 70% part. So less cost of cultivation, that is a 14 lakh rupees. 14 lakh rupees. Okay, so 22 minus 14, that is 8 lakh rupees. So total agricultural income is now 8 lakh rupees for the 70% part, and for this 30% part we have already computed. That is just wait. That is this one. Sale proceeds of sugarcane, that is 10 lakh minus cost of cultivation 5 lakh, which I already discussed in the class. Okay, 5 lakh. So total is 8 lakh plus 5 lakh is equals to 13 lakh. And the business income is, we have computed it as 1 lakh 50,000. Okay. Now, what is the way to do the question in the examination whenever you are going to solve any kind of illustration, any kind of question in the income tax paper? So a basic rule is you have to write what you are going to compute. That is computation of business income and agricultural income of Mr. B. Students, if the complete question is right and you have not written that part now, so minimum 1 mark will be deducted for that part. Okay, so do not do that mistake. Now, does this mean we have not done the question, but we have just tried the computation of business income and the agricultural income of Mr. B and we will get the 1 mark? No, for sure not. Okay, you have to do the question also. So particulars, business income, agricultural income, we have to divide it into 2 parts. First of all, compute the business income, that is a 1,50,000. Write it down like. Then the agricultural income, you have to write down that this is for the 70% and next is for the 30%. Okay, now student, this is very important to write the 70% and 30% part. This will bring the clarity in your question. Okay, now illustration number 2, come on the illustration number 2. If you are liking this video, please like this video and share it with your friend. And if you are new on this channel, so do not forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, illustration number 2. Mr. C manufactures latex from the rubber plant. Students, there is a produce known as latex which is produced from the rubber plants. Okay, so that is grown by him in India. These are then sold in the market for rupees 30 lakh. It means what is happening here is that Mr. C is growing the rubber, and from this rubber he is manufacturing the latex and then he is selling it in the market. Okay, now what is the sale value of the latex? That is rupees 30 lakh rupees. Okay, and the cost of growing rubber plants is 10 lakh and that of manufacturing latex is rupees 8 lakh. Compute his total income. Now, in the illustration number 1, the produces the sugar cane for which there is no bifurcation of percentages. Okay, but for the rubber, for the coffee, for the tea, these 3 are the products for which income tax rules have already decided the percentage. Okay, and for the rubber, there is a predefined percentage of agricultural income is to business income, that is 65 is to 35. So you have to write that only. Okay, so now let's do the answer of this question. Let's. Now students, the sale value of this latex which have been grown from the rubber is 30 lakhs. Okay, let's write it down. 30 lakh. And the cost of growing that rubber plant is 10 lakh rupees and the manufacturing of latex is 8 lakh. It means the profit part from that is 30 lakhs minus 10 lakh, which is the cost of growing the rubber plant. Okay, let's deduct it from this, minus the 8 lakh rupees. The 8 lakh is the cost of growing of manufacturing that latex part. It means 30 minus 10, that is 20. 20 minus 8, that will come to 12 lakh. Okay. It means the total income of Mr. C, which is comprising of both the income, that is agricultural part as well as the business part, is rupees 12 lakh only. Okay. Now let's do the question. 12 lakh. It means the total income is 12 lakh rupees. Now we have to bifurcate. Now we have to divide it into the two parts. First one is the agricultural part and the second is the business part. What is the ratio? Can anyone tell me? Please tell in the comment section. Okay. Agricultural part is 65% and the business part is 35%. This is the predefined for the rubber plant. Okay, you can't change it. So 12 lakh multiplied by 65%, it comes to 7,80,000 rupees. Okay, 12 lakh multiply 65%, 7,80,000 rupees. And the same way, 12 lakh multiply by 35%. Okay, that will comes to 4.2 lakh, that is a 4,20,000. So agricultural income is 7,80,000 and the business income is the 4,20,000. We have done this question also. Okay, next is illustration number 3. Let's come on the page number. Just wait. Okay. I hope you have revised all these parts for the September 2024 examinations. Still, if anyone have any confusion, you can for sure write in the comment section. Plus, students, there is a link of my WhatsApp group in the comment section. You can ask your queries there also. Okay. Illustration number 3, page number 1.56. Mr. X has a total income of rupees 16 lakh for the previous year 2023-24. Okay. Now, this income of 16 lakh is comprising of the two income, that is income from house property and interest on FD. First income is the income from house property and the second one is the interest on FD. Okay, it means we have no special rate income here. These both incomes are going to be taxable on the basis of the slab rate only. Okay, so compute his tax liability for assessment year 24-25 under the default tax regime under section 115B and C. Now, this is the main part here. The examiner has clearly written down that they are asking about the default tax regime. What is the default tax regime? Default means now students are going to do the mistake for sure. 100% they are doing the mistake. Default means the old one. No students, here income tax has changed it from the default one is a new one. New scheme is the default one. Okay, in the study material they have clearly mentioned under section 115 BAC. And section 115 BAC is for the new one. But in examination, they can only write, compute the income as per the default tax regime. So default one is a new one only. Okay, please consider it. Now, the total income is 16 lakhs. Find it out. You can write the computation of total income and the tax liability for sure. So, total income is 16 lakh rupees. Write it down. 16 lakh. Now, students, on the 16 lakh, what shall be the tax liability? So you write computation of tax liability of whatever the name is given for assessment year 24-25. Okay. Now, up to rupees 3 lakhs, the tax is nil. Write it. Up to rupees 3 lakh, the tax is nil. There's a trick, there is a memory technique to learn a slab rate for the new regime. Student, on every additional 3 lakh rupees, there is an additional 5% tax rate. Okay, let's do it. Up to rupees 3 lakh nil, from 3 lakh 1 to 6 lakh rupees, that is additional rupees 3 lakh, the tax rate is 5%. On additional rupees 3 lakh, that is 6 lakh 1 to 9 lakh, the tax rate is 15%. Then 9 to 12, additional 3 lakh rupees. The tax rate is 15%. Okay. And next 12 to 15, the tax rate is 20%. Then from 15 onwards, the tax rate shall be the 30%. Okay. Then there's a fixed jump of 10%. Okay. So now student, we are on this part only. Let's do up to rupees 3 lakh nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5%. That is the 3 lakh multiplied by 5%, 15,000 rupees. Then 6 lakh to 9 lakh. It means the 3 lakh into 10%, 30,000 rupees. Next is 9 lakh to 12 lakh. That is again the 3 lakh rupees. On 3 lakh multiplied by 15%. It means 45,000 rupees. Then from 15 lakh onwards, the rate is from 12 lakh to 15 lakh, the rate shall be the 20%. That is 3 lakh multiplied by 20%. So it shall be 60,000. Okay. From 15 lakh onwards, the flat rate is 30%. That is on additional 1 lakh income. That is 15 lakh to 16 lakh, the rate shall be the 30%. That will be the 30,000. Okay. The total tax liability here is this one. Okay. So let's calculate it. 15,000. Please bring your calculator, student. 15,000 plus 30,000 plus 45,000 plus 60,000 plus 30,000. That is total is 1,80,000. Okay. On this 1,80,000, there will be an additional at health and education cess. What is the rate of the health and education cess? That is a 4%. Okay. Health and education cess at the rate 4%. So multiply by 4%. 7,200. Now, 4% of what? 4% of this tax liability, that is 1,80,000 multiplied by 4%. This is the trick here. Okay. You have to take the 4% of the 1,80,000. That is of the tax liability only, not of the total income. Okay. So, total will be 1,87,200. So, on the income of 16 lakhs, there will be a tax liability of 1,87,200. Okay. Now, let's find it out. Here's the answer. 1,87,200. Okay. I hope you got my point. Great. Now, the next question is illustration number 4. Mr. X has a total income of rupees 16 lakh for previous year 23-24, comprising of income from house property and interest on FD. Compute the tax liability for assessment year 24-25, assuming age is 45 years, 63 and 82. That is the normal one, then the senior and then the super senior. Okay. Assume that Mr. X has exercised the option to shift out or opt out of the default tax regime. It means, student, in this part, we have to calculate as per the old tax regime. How we came to know that? They said he exercised the option to shift out. Shift out or opt out means to change the default tax regime. It means now he's exercising the option of the old one. Now, what is the tax rate of the old one? So, for the age 45 years, the tax rate is first 2,50,000, the tax rate shall be in. It means, unlike in the new tax regime, the basic exemption limit is the 3 lakh. But in this case, the basic exemption limit is the 2,50,000 for the normal person. Okay. 2,50,000, 1 to 5 lakh, the rate is 5%. That is 2,50,000 multiplied by 5%, 12,500. 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. That is on the 5 lakh rupees, the tax rate shall be the 20%. 1 lakh. Okay. Now, in the old tax regime, it is said that on 10 lakh onwards, on every income, the tax liability shall be the flat 30% rate. Okay. So now here, 10 lakh to 16 lakh, it means the 6 lakh multiplied by 30%, so 1,80,000. Total tax liability 2,92,500. On this part, health and education cess is same as the 4%. Okay. The health and education cess 2,92,500 multiplied by 4%, so 11,700. Total tax liability here is 3,04,200. The balance two parts are your homework. You have to done it and you have to tell me in the next session that yes ma'am, we have done it. Okay. Next is age 63 years, that is a senior citizen. For senior citizen, the basic exemption limit in the old tax regime is 3 lakh rupees. And for the super senior citizen, the basic exemption limit is the 5 lakh. Okay. Now, the next question, illustration number 4, we have complete. Students, please do the homework questions side by along with the classes. Otherwise, the homework questions will be left for sure. Okay. Illustration number 5. Compute the tax liability of Mr. A, aged 42, having total income of rupees 51 lakhs for the assessment year 24-25. We know that whenever there is an income above rupees 50 lakhs, so there shall be a surcharge part also. Okay, so this question is based on the surcharge part. Assume that his total income comprises of salary income, income from HP and interest on FD. That is no special rate income. Assume he had exercised the option to shift out of section 115 BAC. It means he has exercised the option of the old tax regime, not of the new one. Now student, in the case of old one, let's do the question. Up to rupees 2,50,000. I'm not writing the complete part, that is a computation of tax liability and all. Okay, so just write it by yourself only. Up to rupees 2,50,000, the tax liability shall be nil in the old one. Then 2,50,001 to 5 lakh, the tax liability shall be 5%. Then 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh, the tax liability shall be 20%. And from 10 lakh on 1 onwards, the tax liability is a 30%. Okay, now find out the tax liability first of all. Nil. Then the 2,50,000 multiplied by 5%, 12,500. 5 lakh multiplied by 20%, 1 lakh rupees. And 10 lakh 1 to 50 lakh, it means basically the 40 lakh part. 40 lakh multiplied by 30%. 40 lakh multiplied by 30%, 12 lakh rupees. Okay. As I have already told you, this session is also available in Hindi, mixture of Hindi and English language. So if you want to watch that, you can also watch those sessions. The link is in the description box. Okay. Now, the total tax liability here is 12,000. Just wait. It is not the 50 lakh. It is the 10 lakh 1 to 51 lakh. 51 lakh. Okay. So just find out the 41 lakh multiplied by 30%. 12 lakh 30,000. Okay. So here the total tax liability is 12,500 plus 1 lakh rupees plus 12 lakh 30,000 rupees. That is 13 lakh 42,500. Okay. Just wait, don't add the health and education cells. There is a trick. Students, we have to consider it. If our total income is 51 lakh, the tax liability is 13 lakh 42,500. Now find out the tax liability and the 50 lakh part, because we want to know if there is an additional income of 1 lakh, so what is the additional amount of tax liability? This is known as a marginal rate. Okay. Sometimes actually what happens that on just an additional income of 1 lakh rupees, the tax liability is more than rupees 1 lakh. So that is wrong for the taxpayer. Okay. So that's why we have to find out that. Okay. Now we are finding out the tax liability for just at the rupees of the 50 lakhs. Okay. If the total income is 50 lakhs, so what shall be the tax liability? We have to find it out. Let's find out. So here it will be same as, that is a nil. First of all, it will be nil up to 2,50,000, then the 12,500 part, then the 1 lakh. But 10 lakh 1 to 50 lakh. Now don't take the 51 lakh, take just the 50 lakh. Okay. It means on 40 lakh multiplied by 30%, the tax liability shall be the 12 lakh. It means what shall be the tax liability in this case? Find it out. 12,500 plus 1 lakh plus 12 lakh rupees. That is 13 lakh 12,500. 13 lakh 12,500. Okay. Just came in the question. So students, it will be 13 lakh 12,500. Now, if the income is 51 lakh, there will also an additional tax. I normally say surcharge as the tax on the head. Okay, in Hindi we know as the head as a sir, so it is a tax on the head. Okay, and the 10% surcharge here. If the income is 51 lakhs, so there shall be also a surcharge part. Add surcharge of 10%. That is 13 lakh 42,500 multiplied by 10%. That shall be 1 lakh 34,250 rupees. Add it. 13 lakh 42,500 plus 1 lakh 34,250. Total tax liability in the case is 14 lakh 76,750. So it means if the total income is 51 lakhs, so total tax liability of that person, excluding the health and education cess, is 14,76,750. Okay, and if the total income is just 50 lakh rupees, so the tax liability is 13,12,500. It means, student, on additional 1 lakh rupees, the tax liability is if the income is 50 lakhs, so the tax liability was 13,12,500. But if the income is 51 lakhs, so the tax liability is 14,76,750. Find out the difference. Okay, that will be 13,12,500. So it is, what is happening here? On additional income of rupees 1 lakh, only on 1 lakh, the person is paying the additional tax. Okay, the screen is not visible. Huh? I hope now the screen is visible. The person is paying the additional tax of 1,64,250, which is totally unfair. So they said, okay, just do one thing. We are giving you a marginal relief. It means on total income of 51 lakh, on additional income of 1 lakh, you have to pay the additional tax of only rupees 1 lakh, not more than your income. Okay. So it means now the person will get 1,64,250 minus 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh they have to pay, as the additional income is the 1 lakh rupees, but more than 1 lakh they do not require to pay. It means there will be a marginal relief of 64,250. So what shall be the total tax liability in this case? Total tax liability shall be 13,12,500, or you can write 14,76,750 minus the marginal relief 64,250. Find it out. 14,76,750 minus 64,250. 14,12,500. Plus, now you have to add the health and education cess at the rate of 4%. Multiply by 4%. 56,500. So total will be 14,69,000. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, they have to pay the additional health and education cess. But it is on the complete income now. So this will not be available for the marginal relief. The marginal relief is for the 64,250 rupees. Okay. Tell me in the comment section, is there any query in the question? Because this is very important question. Maximum chances are there that you will get the question in the examination as a total income question. Okay. Students, there are two methods to do this question. I have opted this method. That is the alternative method. Okay. Yeah. Next is illustration number 6. Just wait now. Next is the illustration number 6. Compute the tax liability of Mr. B, aged 51, under the default tax regime. It means under the new tax regime. Having total income of 1 crore 1 lakh rupees for the assessment year 24-25. Student, the question is as same as the illustration number 5. There are basically two differences here. First of all, it is as per the new tax regime. Question is based on the surcharge only because the income is 1 crore 1 lakh rupees. On above 1 crore, what is the surcharge rate? 15% now. So you have to do the same way, question in the same way, that is, first of all, find out the tax liability including the surcharge of rupees 15% on 1 crore 1 lakh rupees. Then find out the tax liability as per the 1 crore, okay, including the surcharge of the previous rate. Then students, if the additional tax liability is more than rupees 1 lakh, so the balance shall be available as per the marginal relief. Okay, do the question right now. Any query, any issue, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group or in the YouTube comment section also. Okay. Illustration number 7 is also your homework. It is same. The income is 2 crore 1 lakh rupees. So you have to take the surcharge of above rupees 2 crore. Okay. Next is illustration number 8. Same. Now here the income is above 5 crore. So it means you have to take the surcharge of above 5 crore. Okay. What is the surcharge rate of above 5 crore? Can anyone tell me? That is, yeah, 25%. Okay. Next is students, come on to illustration number 9. Mr. Raghav, age 26 years and a resident in India, has a total income of rupees 6,50,000. Okay, comprising his salary income and interest on FD. Compute his tax liability under the default tax regime under section 115 BAC. This is the new one. This is the new question. Here, student, under the new tax regime, there is a rebate under section 87A of rupees 7 up to rupees 7 lakh total income. What does it mean? It means, student, if the total income of any person, if the total income of a person is up to rupees 7 lakh. So the total tax liability shall be available as rebate. But if the total income is more than rupees 7 lakh, so the trick will be failed. Okay, student, this rebate under section 87A, under the new regime, the rebate is of tax liability up to rupees 7 lakh total income. But under the old regime, or we can say the old tax regime, the rebate is available up to a total income of rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, the first difference is this. The second one is, please listen this difference very carefully, student. In the old regime, if the income is just more than 100 rupees from the 5 lakh rupees, the person have to pay the full tax. But in the new regime, they are not doing this. They are actually providing a benefit also. It means they are saying, suppose the total tax liability is 7 lakh 1,000, but they computed it. Okay, and the total, suppose the total income is of rupees 7 lakh 1,000. Okay, and the total tax liability is just less, and the total tax liability on the additional part is more than rupees 1,000, so they will provide the relief also. Okay, we are confused. Okay, so just don't confuse. I am going to tell this by a question also. Okay, in the case of 6,50,000 student, it is 6,50,000. That is up to rupees 7 lakh now. So total rebate shall be available. How? Yes. Tax on total income of rupees 6,50,000. Find it by the new tax regime. The tax is 50,000 plus 15,000. That is a 20,000 rupees. Okay. How the 20,000? Let's find it out. Up to rupees 3 lakh. Nil. 3 lakh 1 to 6 lakh. What is the rate? 5%. It means the 15,000 rupees. Then 6 lakh to 6 lakh 50,000. The tax rate shall be the 10%. That is on the 50,000 multiplied by 10%, 5,000. The total tax liability is 20,000 rupees. Okay. Now, students, I have already told you, if the total income is up to rupees 7 lakhs, so there shall be a rebate under section 87A, which is total amount rebate. That is. Now, what is this written? Lower of tax payable of 25,000 students. On total amount of rupees 7 lakh, the tax liability computed as 45,000. So, read right. Lower of tax payable of 25,000. Okay, that is a rebate under section 87A. So, tax liability shall be nil. Now, the next question which I was telling you, that is the income is 7 lakh 1,000 and all. Okay, so mark illustration 10 as very important, because this is a different scenario in the new tax regime. So, it is expected that you can get this question in the examination also. Okay. This is the last but the least question of today's class. So, please listen it very carefully and let me know in the comment section you are liking the class or not. Okay. Mr. Pawan, aged 35 years and a resident in India, has a total income of 7,15,000. Compute his tax liability for assessment year 24-25 under default tax regime under section 115 BSC. Okay. What is the total income? Ma'am, 7,15,000. Let's find the tax liability. Up to rupees 3 lakh. Now, you are doing a very big mistake if you are skipping this part, because it is very, very, very important. Okay. 3 lakh 1 to 6 lakh rupees, 5%, 6 lakh 1 to 7 lakh 15,000. As we have an income of 7 lakh up to 7 lakh 15,000, the tax rate shall be the 10%. Let's find it out. Nil, 3 lakh multiplied by 5%, that is 15,000. Next, 6 lakh to 7 lakh 15,000. It means 1 lakh 15,000 multiplied by 10%. 11,500. It means the total tax liability is 15,000 plus 11,500. 26,500. Okay. It means on additional 15,000, the person is paying the tax liability of 26,500. Now, how? Students, if this person was earning 7 lakh only, so it means the tax liability was nil. How? Because there shall be available of rebate under section 87A. So the tax liability was nil. It means this is also very unfair, because just due to earning of rupees 15,000, he is paying the tax of 26,500. This is very unfair. So in the new tax regime only, not in the old one. Old one, he have to pay the tax. In the new tax regime, this said, now there shall be a relief or benefit of a tax liability of more than the income. It means the person have to pay this part. Only rupees 15,000 is the tax liability, not the 26,500. Okay, so it means they are taking your income, additional income is the tax one, but not more than your income. Okay, it means 26,500 minus 15,000. 26,000 minus 15,000. 11,500. The person has got the benefit of 11,500. His tax liability is rupees 15,000. Okay, students, let's do this. So here it is. Now, he get the rebate under section 87A of rupees 11,500. That is, he got the rebate under section 87A of 11,500. Now you know how he got this rebate. Okay. On this part, he have to give the health and education stuff. This is the mandatory one at the rate of 4%, 600. It means the total tax liability was 15,600. Okay. Please practice these questions and meet me in the next session to cover the next important questions. Okay. Yeah, we are going to cover the 100% questions from the ICAS study material. That is of income tax and GST also. Okay. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe right now and like the video and comment on it. Thank you. Have a nice day.